Odys is the source for premium domains. That's ODYS, that's Global. And today, the featured domain is something, well, near and dear to my heart, and that's food trucks. This website, this domain is called Trucklandia.com, and it has this pretty sweet burger logo. It has been around for a little while, about 7 years, and you can kind of check out the history of the domain. This is part of the information that you can get over on Odys, just looking through the marketplace and such. But of course, you can head over to a spot like the Web Archive, the old web crawler out there, and see what's going on the Wayback Machine. It has quite a few links. We're actually going to go a little deeper, have a look over at the Hrefs dashboard, and it was created in 2014, and that gives it some age. So what we're going to take a look at is over on Hrefs here. So we can see there are 119 referring domains. I think there are about 100 or so do follow referring domains. Of course, the site hasn't been around for a little while. You can see where the traffic like dropped off right here at the beginning of 2021 or right at the tail end of 2020. But the thing is, like, we're looking at the organic traffic right here, and you can see very clearly that the organic traffic was not just sort of growing over time, but it was pretty healthy. It was kind of on an uptick. And if we scroll down and look at the organic keywords, it did have some ups and downs when you're looking at the sort of core, like 11 to 100 positions here. However, when you dial it in, of course, there's not a huge number of keywords that it's ranking for, but it's fairly stable for a long period of time here. And if we take a look at the specific pages, the best pages by incoming links, you can see a lot of the links do go to the home page, as you might expect. But there's also a couple other areas like the food truck section and the events. So I think it'd be a very interesting site to, build more on. And I think if you had a food truck, or if you're into the genre, you probably could write a lot of content. You potentially could have reviews on food trucks. I not only like to eat and cook, I love going to food trucks specifically. And I personally, what I would do, because I'm so into travel and food trucks, I would potentially travel to cities, check out the food trucks. You could expand, I obviously like YouTube and video. You could expand it out and actually interview the food truck owners or food truck investors. You actually could go on the business side of it as well. I have a couple friends who build out food trucks, and then they rent them to the restaurateurs or the food truck owners, or the essentially the cooks and the chefs that want to run the food truck. So they simply build up, my friends build up the fleet of food trucks and have them ready to go, and they could rent them out to the small businesses. So it's a pretty cool business model, and you actually could, branch out into areas like that, or at least interview and talk to the people like my friends who run businesses like that. So quite a bit of capability when we hop over to the do follow referring domains. Again, there's 100 of them here. So there's eater.com. It looks like there's some different news stations, 11 Alive, which I believe that's out of Atlanta. I remember that station. So a lot of news trucks, a lot of different, not news trucks, a lot of different news stations. I think some of them are probably TV, some are probably radio, and a lot of them seem to be centered around Austin. If I'm just like scrolling through, I see several of them mention Austin, and they have a great food truck scene. So definitely worth checking out, especially if you're into the topic area. And before I finish it up, I would say you could potentially go have a look at what Pat Flynn did with, I think his site was Food Trucker. And I remember this specifically because Niche Site Duel 2.0 was what got me started doing this kind of work and looking into niche sites and affiliate marketing and digital marketing in general. And that was probably around 2013. So you can see what he did to build up that brand. And I think he even started a podcast around food trucks. And the thing is, anyone running a business loves to get some sort of press and have people talk to them about their business. So it'd be really easy on trucklandia.com to interview companies. You could potentially do that outreach through social media. I know a lot of food trucks are very active in that area versus other spots. They may not have a website that they update all the time because it's kind of a pain to go do it, but they may have like a Facebook page or something on Yelp or wherever their social media is located, and you could reach out there and really have a nice dialogue, do interviews, like I said, and really build out the content and potentially get a lot of social traffic through that outreach. So thanks to Odys. If you join using my affiliate link, you can get $100 in your account, which I greatly appreciate, and I can earn a commission. So thanks to Odys.